and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song, but then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't
1007 beaches. What up, all you beaches? Yo, what up, all you beaches? Yo, what up, beaches? What up, beaches? You're always first. You're always in here on the... Always slipping in early, Holly. Welcome again. You're on fire. You're on fire.
Just get out the way. You know we stay stunting. Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry.
What's good? What'd you pump today, fam? You guys work out yet? What's up, Andrew?
Put that glass in hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Cool love, we stay manned up.
I'm like I'm wheezy, baby.
Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy.
Whoa, making sick gains. I'm making sick gains. Oh. This is how we get yoked. Ain't no joke. Yeah.
Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to
you
shine.
are in
Wifey is
time.
fine. I'm
In time for the
glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack.
Yeah, what's going on, beaches? What's going on? What's good? Yeah. They like that shit? We're going live on the Dead of Sleeves, yeah. Feeling beat up. I hear you, man. I hear you. Beard gains. Always, beach. Yup. Ho, suck a ho. What up, hoes? What up, beesh? Ha ha. Making fucking games. Where my coffee at? Yitch.
The sun is shining.
The birds are chirping. They're getting swole because the birds are eating bacon. Hey-o, testing, test ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 1007 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. It's Papa Swolio. What's going on, peeps? What's good? Watching me live. Who's looking at the beard gains? Live on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on Periscope. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitch. We are everywhere. Welcome to the Gain Train. If it's your first daily swole, pop that swole cherry and drop in the comments below if it's your first Gain Train. I know some of you just have listened to me on the podcast. You haven't caught me live, but welcome. Congratulations. You made it. So let's see what's new. What's new in the Swoleverse? We have a Sunday Funday Q&A coming up, of course, on Sunday. So you'll be notified. You'll see the post in my feed on Facebook and Instagram, so make sure that you respond. I'll probably actually post that as well on Twitter. I don't know if anyone's going to respond there because we don't have a ton of action, but I post a lot on Twitter. So if you're not following on Twitter and you use Bluebird, go over on Twitter and you can follow me at Swolenormous. So I'll try to remember to post it there too. But most of you are posting the responses and the questions on Facebook and Instagram. So I'll make sure I post it here, of course. And that way you can get your question in for Sunday Funday Q&A. So we'll do that on Sunday. I'm on fire with content lately. I've been just on this fucking editing, just rage. So Driving While Gaining, brand new YouTube video, Driving While Gaining. So it's on my YouTube channel at Swolenormous. If you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channels. And you can enjoy the latest video. it's just getting more and more depraved. I don't know how. I don't know. Where do you take it from there? Every time you watch a DWG, it's like, where does it go next? Where does it go next? What's the next subject? What could he do next? What could happen next? I don't know. No one knows. I don't even know until it's uploaded myself. I just black out. I black out and I edit and I fucking do this stuff, and I just wake up one day and, oh my God, I got a new YouTube video. What happened? It's like a split personality. I just lose consciousness and all of a sudden things happen. So go check that out. The DWG. Thank you, Trish. I appreciate it. If you liked it, drop a comment and let me know. And you can always DM me. I'm always looking for new material. But, here's the thing. A lot of you will send me something, do it on this, and I actually put in my story, but the responses are terrible. No offense. But on my Instagram story, I was like, hey, what do you guys want me to do a DWG on next? And the responses were like, all right, some of you don't even watch that. You don't even know what I'm talking about. And it's just, it's great. There's always a good suggestion, but what I like is if you share posts, like stuff you see on Instagram or things I like, oh, this is so fucking stupid. But here's the thing. I have to actually feel that rage. So even if it's like stupid, I'm like, oh, that's fucking terrible. If I don't feel something in my fucking taint, if I don't feel that tingle, that's where I go by. That's what I go by. If I'm doing new content for a DWG, if I feel that taint tingle, that's when I know. I'm like, oh, this is a good subject. I feel it. I feel that tingle. Ooh, I'm going to do it. So I have to really feel, obviously, passionate about the subject. Or I have to just be in the mood to talk about it. So there are no rules. There are no rules. Yeah, we do mostly fitness here stuff, but I do everything. I don't feel constrained by anything. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And that's why you like the DWG, because you don't know what the fuck you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get. Chest this morning struggling. I hear you. Papa Swole in the house, slaying the truth. Oh. And for those of you that like to watch and comment and be here live, if you're going on YouTube, there's 2 channels. There's the Daily Swole podcast. Here's what I'm interested in. I am curious. I'm thinking about this. Ready for this? I am debating, because one of the reasons why I started a separate channel for the Daily Swole podcast was because it was destroying my algorithm for my channel. None of the other people were saying they weren't getting notified for their videos because it was so frequent, and not everyone wants to watch every episode. I don't know why, but I started another channel, Daily Swole podcast on YouTube. I'm considering doing the Sunday Funday Q&As on the main channel. I'm thinking about it. I probably won't, but if you have any comments or ideas about that, if you like that idea, but we'll see. But anyway, that was just a thought that popped into my head to maybe do like the Q&As once a week or something like that, so other people might get more knowledgeable about what we do here, but I kind of like keeping them separate. But if you have any opinions on that, curious to hear your thoughts. Anyway, nothing's stopping, nothing's going away. Everything is just getting more and more intense, and I'm turning this shit up to fucking 11. So get ready for it. Afternoon. Oh, good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Mr. Swole, feel that, man. Feel it. Octavio, April, hello. So today's episode, who fucked you up? You like that? Who fucked you up? So today's subject, based off several messages I've been getting over the past week or so. Now, this is in relation to a lot of the posts I do, especially the ones that are like the Twitter posts that I embed on Instagram that tell you to stop being a fucking bitch, to do it. Stop eating the bad food. Just stop fucking doing it. Stop eating the bad food. I know addictions are real, but it's also a crutch. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the food addiction. I know that there are similar pathways for drugs and for food, like the sugar, the dopamine release. There's a lot that is crossover, and the reason why it's hard to get rid of these bad foods. But let's also everyone take a break. Let's take a break. Let's step back and let's think about what the word addiction means. And in many ways, I'm not talking about alcoholism. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about food. Let's talk about food. Everyone needs food. No one needs alcohol. No one needs crystal meth. Let's talk about food addiction. It's very easy to use that as a crutch. It's very easy to use that word, especially, and here's the thing, especially for people that aren't really addicted. A lot of people use that as an excuse, as a way to pass off responsibility. Oh, it's not my fault. It's my addiction. As if there's a little like addiction monkey sitting over here, like, trying to hand them fucking Burger King. You have to take responsibility for where you are right now. Now, the title of this episode, Who Fucked You Up? a lot of you have parents that fed you shit. Okay. You were raised around garbage food. Your whole family is obese. Your whole family is overweight. You were fed and pounded. It's not, look, you can't say it's your fault when you're a child and you don't have a job. You don't have any way of getting food, and your parents are the ones that are supposed to teach you, but they never learned. So I don't want to say it's their fault from the actions, but at the same time, knowledge wasn't as passed around as it should be. Like, everyone is a product of who they're raised by. You're a product of how you are taught to learn, how you were taught things, what you experienced. So not everything is your fault, but let's not think about the past. And I know that sometimes these upbringings can lead you to a shitty position right now in your life. However, when you look at where you are, if you're watching this, chances are you're in your 20s, right? You're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s or 50s or beyond. You're a grown adult. So you can't blame your parents anymore if you've been eating for 15 years after you left the house. So if you weren't under your parents' guidance after 18 and you're 35, oh, but my parents, who are you complaining to? Your second half of your entire life up to this point has been eating shit. So just because your like, you could have, you don't notice this. You don't notice that you're eating crap. You don't notice that there's a difference between junk food and real food. So you have to take responsibility. Even if you didn't know any better, quote unquote, it's still what you did, you know? So you're putting the food in your mouth. Understand that I get when you don't have a choice to purchase the food. When you're 8 years old and or when I'm in the supermarket and I see a fat family and I see an 8-year-old that has practically type 2 diabetes, that's the parents' fault. And I do believe that's a form of child abuse, whether they know it or not. And that has to be addressed. And that's a huge problem because you're setting that kid up for a lifetime of medical problems, which is a burden on society, a burden on the person, a burden on people around them, and it spreads like a plague. So just like a lot of you, and just how a lot of you will get into fitness, and drop in the comments below, a lot of you got into fitness and you've been a positive influence to those around you. So drop in the comments below, have you, quote unquote, converted people into a more healthy lifestyle? Have people in your immediate circle, whether it's coworkers, friends, family, have they come on board and started eating healthier and started being more diligent with their fitness? So drop that in the comments because that's common. That's very common, but it goes both ways. It's who you surround yourself with. And if you're striving to be better, and I'm going to explain this, we've talked about this before, but I think it's important to go over again because not everyone probably heard that one episode. We've done over 1,000 of them. When you are eating healthy, when you're taking care of your body, you are going to get negativity. You're going to find negativity somewhere until you tighten up your circle, until you tighten up your fucking inner, your five, right? The T-Mobile, your five. Your inner circle needs to be rock solid. When you don't have that, you have a lot of negativity. You have a lot of people that are talking shit. You have a lot of people that will chide you at work for bringing your own food. Oh, come on, it's just one bite. It's just this. You have a lot of people that try to bring you down. Now, why do they try to bring you down? Do they want you to be sick? Probably not. Do they want you to be fat and unhealthy? No, it's not like an actively evil thing. So when you get pissed off at someone for giving you shit, I want you to think about what we're going to talk about today, because it's not that people are trying to be evil and hurt you. Yeah, they're being negative, but it's not about you. It's about them. When you eat, let's say you're in a room with your coworkers, you're at lunch, and you take out your Tupperware, you got your healthy meal, whatever it is, and they're eating fast food. And they're being like, oh, come on, here, try this. It's really good. You're like, oh, come on, only once. You're always eating that stuff, just once. Like, what are you going to get from that? Whatever the joke or whatever the chiding is, whatever the kind of gang poking is, right? The bullying, workplace bullying, quote unquote. You're an adult, so it's not bullying, but you get what I'm saying. They're just kind of making fun of and stuff like that. The reason why they're doing it is because you are a mirror. You are reflecting how they are taking care of their lack of themselves and how they're taking care of their body. When they are eating shit, they know they're eating shit. Now, if there's 10 people in a room and everyone's eating shit, it's like an echo chamber. Everyone's eating the right thing. There's no, everyone's on the same level. No one's better than the other person. No one's trying to do better. Everyone's kind of in the same soup. When someone comes in and has a healthy meal and they're exercising and they're talking about health and they're turning away other food and trying to improve their own life, right? They have goals, and that's probably a lot of you. They see that as a reflection of their own lack of positive intent with their body. They see that and they see their own shortcomings. They see their own failures in your movements and your actions to be a better person for you. So when they try to, quote, bring you down to their level, that's what they're trying to do, but they're not necessarily bringing you down to their level because they want you to have a shitty life. They don't necessarily want you to be sick. They're not evil people per se. They're not trying to, I want this person to have diabetes, so eat this pizza. But they don't want to feel inferior. They see that, they get scared and they get defensive because you are exposing how shitty they are eating. You are exposing how shitty they are taking care of their body. You are exposing their road to an unhealthy, sick life. And no one's stupid. We're just in this bubble and denial and just we try to convince ourselves of everything. We try to convince ourselves that we're too busy to work out. We convince ourselves like, oh, this is easier. I'll have this one meal. I'll just have one drink and then I'll get back on the train. Oh, I'll just have one of this. Oh, I'll just do this. Or I'll skip one day. Or I'll just do one of this. There's always a reason not to do something. There's always a reason to skip a meal. I mean, which is great. You should be skipping meals. Stop putting fucking food in your mouth. There's always an excuse to eat the wrong thing. Why? Because it's everywhere. And why is it everywhere? Because people can make money off it. It's cheap to make and the margin is amazing. So they can make a lot of money off selling you some kind of processed corn burger and then make it for 15 cents and sell it to you for $1.95. So it's a huge profit margin. Even with the shipping and the labor and all that stuff and the overhead, it's still a massive profit margin. That's why these companies are billion-dollar companies. So these people in your circle, you are exposing their own weaknesses. You're exposing their lack of effort. You're exposing their shortcomings. And people get angry and defensive when that happens. Whenever someone gets defensive, they get angry. It's the same thing, not all the time, but that's the same kind of concept as backing a cat into a corner. If you're right and they're wrong, or you're doing something good and they're not, and they feel defensive enough and they feel pressured enough, they're going to lash out and get angry. So they're not going to necessarily, hey, I want to be healthy. I want to do what you're doing. They're going to lash out and be like, what the fuck are you doing that for? Come on, everything in moderation. Enjoy your life. You only live once. All that bullshit comes out of like this anger and this fear mirror that you are exposing other people. Now, if you just smile, and a lot of people are just saying, I just smile and eat my own food, I just smile and go on my way, that's fine. So if you just focus on yourself and you ignore that shit, you kind of like smile and wave, do your thing. Ironically, when you ignore it, you do your own thing, you see progress, they get tired of it. They're not going to make fun of you all the time. Eventually, you're just going to be that person that eats healthy and everyone goes on their way. If not, they have real problems and they really have issues, and then you can take it up with human resources and whatnot. But most people just get tired of it. They go on their way, and eventually they'll come to you and ask you, hey, how you getting great results? I mean, I see you lost a lot of weight. You look great. I'm curious. I want to start doing, do you have any suggestions? Like, where do I start? What are you doing? Because I'm kind of tired of, they'll come to you. And it happens all the time. It happens all the time. People will come to you for help. People will come to you for those answers. People will come to you, but they have to want it themselves. It has to be intrinsic. It has to be something that they want. And if you lead by example and you just do your thing, a lot of times people will come to you rather than you pressuring them. And they won't be defensive. It'll be like their idea. It's like fitness inception, nutrition or health inception. And it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem that people feel that way, but that's on them. So if someone's making fun of you or giving you shit for going to the gym on a Friday night, hey, come on, come out to a happy hour. Like I can't. I got to do the X, Y, and Z. I'm going to the gym after. Oh, just go one time. You can go tomorrow. These are people that they're first off, they're poisonous because they're trying to coax you into a shitty lifestyle or to pull you away from but that's your fault. If you go along with it and you say, okay, I'll meet you there and I'll go, that's your fault. That's your loss. That's your lack of discipline. And then you might get pissed off with yourself. And then sometimes you go down that road and the reason why you fall off the wagon is because you kind of punish yourself. You feel guilty for skipping a day. So then you just eat crap all weekend. You kind of self-flagellate. It's a weird psychological human thing, but you have to stay focused. Just focus on your own shit. People will come into your circle. People that are meant to be in your life will come into your life. And that takes active effort. So in a day of social media, when we're connected to everyone, you have to make sure that you follow people that inspire you and cut out all the bullshit, cut out all the noise. And a lot of these social platforms, people, they quit them. I'm too much. Social media is too much. No, it's not. Social media is amazing. Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, whatever you're using is amazing. It's how you use it. It's your mentality. If you follow 10,000 fucking people, your Instagram feed is going to be a mess of garbage and bullshit. If you notice, I only follow a few people on Instagram, and I have more friends or people that I know. I just don't care what anyone does. I barely even care what the people that I follow do. I really don't. Instagram just doesn't have a ability to be friends or follow someone and then not see what they post in their feed, which is cool. But I don't want to see what anyone posts. Some of my closest friends, I don't care what they fucking post. I don't care what they're doing. I wish them well. I just don't care what they do day to day. If I did, I would go and look. Facebook, you can follow people or friend them, but you can unfollow them. So you can customize your profile. So I don't buy into this bullshit when someone's, social media is too much noise, too much. No, you're just stupid and you don't know how to fucking edit your settings. Go to settings and block all the people you don't want to see. It's so simple. It's so simple. People act, well, they blame Facebook as if it's Facebook's fault that you don't know how to use their service. As if it's Facebook's fault. Not that you don't know how to use their service. Let me rephrase that. It's not Facebook's fault that you don't know how to manage your time. It's not Facebook's fault that you don't know how to pick quality people and surround yourself with quality individuals. What you see in your Facebook and your social media feed on Instagram and everything, what you see is literally every time you see a post, that is the same thing as having a conversation with another person. And if you're following 10,000 fucking people, you're going to hear a lot of noise. You're going to see a lot of noise. You are going to absorb a lot of shit. You're going to see a lot of fucking baby pictures. Who gives a fuck? You're going to see a lot of dogs. You're going to see a lot of dumb shit. Vacations. You're like, oh, I wish I was there. Oh, I wish I was this. Oh, I wish I looked like this. Oh, I wish I did this. Fuck that shit. Delete people. So every once in a while we go on a rage, and I want to touch upon this because I haven't done this rage in a while. You need to delete people. This week and this weekend, I want you to delete at least 75% of the people that you follow or that you friended. If you do not talk to the person, you do not need to be friends or follow them on social media. If you don't talk to them, do you actually care what they did? Do you actually care what they ate for dinner? No, you don't. You don't need to know. You need to tighten up your circle and surround yourself really tight fucking wall of positive people that you're trying to emulate, that challenge you to be better. And that's the problem. When you're younger, going back to who fucked you up, when you're younger and you are 8 years old, right? Itchy nose. When you're 8 years old and your parents are feeding you whatever they're feeding you, that's your little circle, and you don't have a choice what your circle can be. You can pick your friends, you can't pick your family. So wherever you're born, whoever fed you, whoever gave birth to you, whoever, like in your younger life, you can't choose that all the time. But then once you're on your own, you can make all those choices. And we forget that it's not being rude. It's if you don't talk to them, why are you friends with them? Why are you seeing their shit? Cut them out. I don't see anyone's stuff. I don't use my personal accounts in most places. I don't give a fuck. I just don't care what anyone does. I have so much stuff going on. I don't need to know. There's only a few fucking people that I even maybe might care about, period. And even those people that I care about, I don't care about really what they post. I support them and I just follow them because, I don't know. It's just my best friends, literally my fucking tightest people that I spend or I actually interact with in real life, which is few people, because I don't have time to spend with people that waste my fucking time. That's the long and short of it. If I'm doing a meetup or I'm meeting a lot of you people, that's different. But what I'm talking about is who you're surrounding yourself on a regular basis. When I open Instagram, I don't want to see a damn fucking thing. I love when I open Instagram and I see the same post or 2-3 posts that I saw yesterday. I don't need to see more information. How many people do I need to see that went to the gym? How many people do I need to see that ate food? How many people do I need to see that took a selfie? I don't need to see that shit. And you don't need to see that shit either. And it's not worth your fucking time or your energy. Keep your circle small. You need a small circle. Everyone's so afraid to be alone. No, it has to be the opposite. Keep your fucking, every time you see a picture, it's a communication. You're having a conversation, only it's through picture, through video, through audio. You're having a conversation with someone. You're using your time out of your life to absorb their energy and their information. So if you're not surrounding yourself with the best people for you, you're hurting yourself. So although it might not be 5 people that you follow on Instagram, it better be small. It better be small. I don't think anyone needs to follow, especially on Instagram, even if you like to follow a lot of people, you don't need to follow more than 100 people. That's way too much, in my opinion. Far too fucking much for anyone. But a lot of you are following 1,000 people, 2,000 people, hundreds of people. There aren't 100 people. I can't even think of 100 people that I would want, that I would give a fuck to see. I don't give a shit what 100 people do. I don't care at all. I don't care at all. Okay? You can always go and look if you're curious. Like if I'm thinking like, I wonder what so-and-so is doing. I'll go in the search, type in their name, and then I'll click on the profile. Done. Simple. Wow, that was really hard. But I don't need to see it because they felt like posting something. Think about how stupid that is. Think about how stupid that is. You're seeing something based on whether or not they felt like posting something. So if you're following someone on Instagram, they could post whatever the fuck they want, any kind of stupid, inane, dumb shit, and then you open your app and it just goes in your brain. It goes in your face. You absorb that shit. Isn't that fucking stupid? Isn't that fucking stupid? You automatically see whatever some dumb fuck wants to post. How dumb can you be for allowing that in your life? You have to cut that down. You have to cut that down. People have to earn your respect. People have to earn your time. They don't just have it because you knew them. Oh, I knew you in high school. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if I knew you in high school or college. Like, I don't give a fuck. What, I knew you? I knew you 15 fucking years ago? 20 years ago? We never really talk, and just because we went to the same building for a little while, we're like BFFs, and I need to know like that your kid just took his first shit. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't mean I'm going to be rude to you if you send me a message or if I see you at the store like, oh, hey, what's up, you fucking piece of shit? No, it's not going to be like that. However, I don't need to see what they do day to day. I got my own shit to go on. So I encourage you to cut down. I even challenge you, cut it down to 50 people on Instagram. Follow no more than 50 people. It has to be an uncomfortable number. Like, wow, I got to cut down that many? Yeah, cut it down. Cut that shit down. Cut it down to your life. And your experience on social media platforms and your use of them will be so much better, so much more improved. Make sure you follow Papa Swole though. Don't be cutting me out. Don't be cutting no Papa Swole out. I didn't mean it. Follow people that you actually want to see and that will help you. Don't use social media it's not entertainment. Okay, you can still have entertainment. You can follow some accounts that give you entertainment. Nothing wrong with that. But you don't need to see every fucking thing that everyone fucking posts on every account. You'll open up your app and you'll just scroll and scroll because you follow 1,000 people and people post 3 times a day. You're scrolling through 3,000 fucking pictures of bullshit. You'll miss the ones that are actually important. You miss the ones that are valuable. Cut it down to, I don't know, fucking 20 people. And then maybe you'll see a couple and you'll see something that it might still suck. All right. And then if it keeps on sucking from one person, then you cut them out. Who cares? That's not real friendship. It's Instagram. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. No one's fucking you up but you. You're a grown-ass adult. There's no babies here watching me. And if there are, fucking what up, babies? What up, you little beaches? You're a grown adult. You have to make decisions. Be tough. Don't be a pussy. Oh, but I don't want them to see and like, oh my God, but you unfollowed me. I'd be like, yeah, you don't post anything valuable. I'm too busy to look at your shit. That's it. I'm too busy to look at your shit. Why don't you follow me on Instagram? Because I don't care what you do. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. And for those of you that I do follow, I really don't care that much what you post. I really don't. I mean, it doesn't affect me. Dad, best friend. But that's who you should care about. Your closest people, the people that are really the biggest influence and the biggest part of your life, those are the people that you should follow. Those are the people that you should be around. It's who you surround yourself with. So if you're struggling with social media and you're blaming the internet for fucking you up and people that you're spending time with, guess what? I got an amazing hack. Here you go. Ready for this? You ready for this? Yeah, see, I don't follow The Rock. I unfollowed The Rock because I got tired of seeing his shit. Good for him. Like, I don't mind. I don't dislike the guy. He's probably a great guy in person. I've never heard a bad thing, but I don't care about the 9th movie he made this month. I don't care. I mean, he's rocking it, doing it good, literally rocking it, doing his thing. Great. Do it. Keep going, man. Keep pumping out those fucking movies. I mean, I don't want to watch any of them. They're horrendous. However, I like the guy. I like him as a person. He's inspiring to millions of people, obviously, but I don't need to see his shit in my account. I know where to find him. I go to the search and I type in T and it comes up The Rock. And then I can look at his posts. And I do that once in a while if I'm bored or I'm on the toilet. If I ain't getting enough fiber and I'm sitting there for a little while. No, I'm kidding. Well, not kidding, but you know what I'm talking about. Surround yourself. Remember, every time, that's right, Tanya, very important who you let to fuck with your brain. When you're looking, and most people don't think about it like this, you're fucking with your brain. You're letting them in your head. Whether it's a picture, whether it's a video, whether it's a podcast, you're letting someone in your brain. You need to put up a fucking wall. You need to put up defenses. You can't just let everything come in because you're going to be filled with a lot of biased garbage. It's going to numb you. You shouldn't be just fucking endlessly scrolling. Remember how they used to say on cable, back when cable was the only thing you could watch stuff on? Don't just scroll. Pick a show. At that time, you go and watch the show or you record it and you go and you watch that. Don't scroll and just flip. Well, now it's multiplied to the millionth power because now we're not even just flipping. We're scrolling and we have it in our pocket all day. You know how liberating it is that I can open up Instagram and see like a post? Cool. That's and that's great. That's the newest thing on my feed. Someone that I actually, posted something, cool. And I move on with my day and I post my thing. I use it for business. Like, that's it. You see one post from someone that you care about, and then that's it. You don't need to see 1,000 posts from people that you don't really give a shit about. It's not good for your brain. The same goes, Instagram's the most poisonous or potentially poisonous because you can't whittle it down like Facebook. But eventually, what I think is going to happen, Facebook and Messenger and Instagram is going to combine. I have a feeling they're just going to make it one big thing. They should. They're slowly integrating it from the back end standpoint. Messenger is probably going to bridge the gap between Facebook and Instagram with like DMs and stuff. So hopefully that goes well and they do it right. But, that's where Instagram is different. If you follow someone, you see their shit. If they post it, you're going to see it. You can turn on notifications so you don't get notified. But that's where, like, literally, you might follow 10, 20 people and then turn on notifications for 1 or 2 people. So when they post, Papa Swole post something, click. And then you see my post, it gets you fired up. Fucking A, I'm going to go work out. And then you go work out. So you don't have to get notified. But Facebook, you can really narrow it down. You can narrow down who sees your post, whose post you see. You can really, it's your fault. It's your fault. So no one on social media is fucking you up. You're allowing it to fuck you up because you're thinking about it wrong. You're thinking about like a respect thing. You got to say no. Cut it down. Cut people out. It's the best fucking thing you can do for your health, especially today's day and age. It's the best thing to delete people from your phone book, delete people from social media. It used to be phone book, delete numbers. Now it's deleting accounts. Get rid of them. Don't follow them. Trust me, if you unfollow people, you won't hear from them. Why? Because they don't give a shit about you either. They're following too many people. They don't notice. And if they go to follow you, like if they notice and they're like, oh, hey, so-and-so's not following me anymore. And if they get pissed off, well, fuck that person. Good. Then you didn't want to see what they were posting anyway. Now, if they get upset about that, then they're not your friend. It's good. There you go. You solved the problem. You cut out poison. You got to cut it out. Stop it at the source. It's your fault. It's your fault for getting into that shit. And it's bad. Don't look at your phone right before you go to bed. Well, yeah, there's blue light too. There's blue light and there's stuff. Sometimes it's good to go to sleep with like, something that you're working on, but it can help you sort out problems and shit like that. But if you're scrolling and staring at a phone right in bed, it's not good. You should leave it outside your bedroom or, take out the blue light and stop it like an hour before sleep or something at least, so you can unwind and unplug from all that shit. Meditate before bed. That's always good. I would say it's not an excuse, but it's a little bit harder because I tend to look at my phone frequently. I use my phone all the time. Everything I do is social media. Everything I do is like messages, DMs. My entire business and my entire workings is online. So, I'm doing better about focusing on my own shit, but I mostly live on this stuff, but not emotionally, personally. I don't personally post things. So that's my way of separating shit, is that I do what I do for Swolenormous and for my stuff, but I don't need to post like personal shit. I don't use personal accounts. I don't get into that stuff because I don't need to. I do everything here and it's fine. I unplug it. Boom. It's not my identity. It doesn't give me value. It's not my self-esteem barometer, for example. I removed my mom and little brother from my social media because I ain't about drama. I grew up with it and I don't have any time. I don't have to allow it in my life. That's right. Even if they're your family, you can say, fuck that shit. I don't want you in my life. That's right. You can't choose your family. I agree, Justin. Surround yourself with people who you want to be the best, who want you to be the best version of yourself. Screw the rest. Agreed. Yeah, I agree, Eric. No complaints. I agree with you. Let's see, Instagram, what up? I got a lot of biceps. I got a lot of thumbs up. Yeah, so let's do that. Make sure today, start this today because it's Thursday. So by the end of this weekend, I would say even today, go on your Instagram. And here's what I want you to do. You ready? Let's get a little challenge going. Okay. We'll call it the under 50 challenge. I said 100, but fuck it. 100's a nice big number. 50 is going to be a little bit more uncomfortable for a lot of people. Okay. And if you can get under 20, I'm even more proud of you. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to take a screenshot. You're going to take and no editing, no Photoshop, don't fuck around with this. It's only hurting you. It doesn't affect me at all. I want you to take a screenshot of your profile of the people that you follow. Okay. I want you to screenshot it. Then I want you to go through and delete all the dead weight. And then I want you to take a screenshot of the follower count after you're done. Okay. I want you to post it in your Instagram story and I want you to tag me. All right. And I'll pick one of you and I'll hook you up with a little treat. Okay. So that's the challenge for the next day or so. So for today, tomorrow, over the next couple days, we'll do it through Sunday. All right. Screenshot we'll do it on Instagram. You can do it on Facebook too. It's a little bit better on Instagram because it's a little bit more obvious, but take a screenshot of how many people you're following, delete the dead fucking weight, and then take another screenshot and tag me in your Instagram story, and I will pick one of you and I'll send you something. All right. Continental US. If you're international, could be challenging, but I'll hook you up with something. How about this? Even if it's international, I'll hook you up with something. It might not be something physical, but I'll hook you up. Trust me. I'll give you the hook. You like that? So let's have a little, not a little contest. Everyone wins. Here's the great thing about this contest. Everyone fucking wins. Everyone wins because even if you don't win and I don't pick you, you still don't have to look at all this fucking bullshit. You cut out the weeds. All right. I'll say it one more time. Take a screenshot of your follower count, how many people you're following before. Cut out all the fucking bullshit as low as you can. Under 50 required. You have to get it under 50. Okay. If you get under 20, extra bonus. If you're already under, all right. So Tanya, if you're already under 20, you can't participate. However, you can be a positive influence and encourage other people in your circle to do the same. So do it on both. You could do it on Facebook too, but I recommend that you tag me on Instagram stories because I get notified and it's a lot easier. If you message me on Facebook, it'll take me a couple days to get to it because I get thousands of messages on Facebook. So it takes me a long time to get through messages. All right. So on Instagram, just tag me in your Instagram stories. You have to post in your Instagram story. You have to make this visual. Don't just send me a DM. You need to post it in your Instagram story and tag me at Swolenormous, and I'll get notified that you tagged me in your story and I'll check it out. Screenshot before, delete the fucking bullshit, and then screenshot again. Let's talk about cutting sugar because those are my negative followers. Good. Let's talk about cutting sugar. Cut sugar. Done. We talked about it. What do you need to cut sugar? Fucking stop eating so much of it. Done. Simple. It's amazing. Look at that. Boom. Boom. My starting point is 17. Nice. Get under 10. No, I'm kidding. All right. Take out the trash. Exactly, Amanda. Take out the trash. All right. So take screenshots and post them both in your Instagram story. Tag me. That's that. So again, Sunday Funday Q&A coming up. I know it's only Thursday. But that's coming up on Sunday. So those of you that are new to the podcast, Sunday Funday Q&A every Sunday, and that's coming up. So stay tuned for the post. I usually post that on Saturday. That way you have time to comment on Facebook and Instagram your question that's going to be featured on that episode, which will be, what's tomorrow? Friday, 8/9/1010. So that's going to be on Sunday. Brand new Driving While Gaining on YouTube. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, go check it out at Swolenormous on YouTube. And for those of you that have not yet joined Swolenormous X and joined the family with all the programs, nutrition, and training, go to swolenormousx.com for all the details. You can check out the blog with free workouts. You could check out the podcast links and check out everything that Swolenormous X has to offer. So I highly encourage that you take your fitness and nutrition seriously, especially since the New Year's resolutions are kind of weaned down, gone, like I said, but summer's still coming. Not like that makes a difference, but a lot of you are going to start taking off your shirts, going to the beach, going on vacation. Why not? Why wait? I mean, don't do it for summer, but do it because it's time to do it. It's just a convenient time to get fucking started off your ass. So if you haven't yet started already, go check it out. All the details, swolenormousx.com. And yes, Tanya, we might do, if we got a lot of people, if everyone's really excited, doing another Jabroni Saturday, a little Jabroni, that fucking Jabroni. Maybe we'll do Jabroni Saturday already. Should we do that? If you want Jabroni Saturday, post that in your Instagram story too and tag me. If you want reps for Jabroni Saturday, send me a message. Let me know you're down for the Jabroni Saturday. We can all come here and vent about bullshit and pieces of crap that we see during the week. A lot of jabronis. I've been getting a lot of posts. Those of you that are in Swolenormous X in the community section, a lot of you are posting some stupid fucking shit in that part of the forum. Some funny stuff. A lot of you have been messaging me about some bullshit. Holy crap. I heard some stuff I had a DM on Instagram about some steroid shit in the locker room, and like this guy overheard a conversation. What the fuck? It was bad. It's scary. It's scary how little people know and how trusting they are of just a random person in the gym. It's bad. Clayton joined Swolenormous X on Tuesday, started 90-day dash on Wednesday. Nice, dude. Nice. USA, baby. Keep going, man. Just getting started. Tip of the iceberg. And for those of you that are in Swolenormous X, I will be going live either sometime today. I want to go live and talk about some of the new things that are coming. Big Mobility Month. So those of you that are in X, just because a lot of you, most of you, if not all of you, listen to the podcast, this month, of course, more Swole yoga classes, Swollen 7, and I'm working already on restructuring. There's a lot of content coming, and adding a lot of new stuff to the kitchen, the nutrition section too. We're beefing that up with a lot more additional content and like mini courses and stuff like that. So exciting shit coming. So if you want to find out more, if you're not yet in Swolenormous X, foolish human, go to swolenormousx.com, and I'll see everyone tomorrow for episode 1008 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's, deuce, magoose, your boy, Papa Swole, yo, out.